Welcome to NIL International, the podcast where we explore the world of name, image, and likeness and how it's transforming the lives of international student athletes. I am Edgars, and now and then we'll dive into the latest developments in the NIL space, share expert insights, and spotlight real stories from athletes around the globe, navigating the opportunities and challenges of NIL. Let's empower international college student athletes to maximize their NIL opportunities and achieve their full potential. Hey everyone, this is Rihards from NIL International. Today we have a great guest with us, fellow Latvian, Rihards Vāvers with us. Hi Rihards.
Hello.
You studied and played basketball for Quinnipiac University and now represent Washinton State University. How's the transition from one team to another, from one conference to another?
It's been great comparing a mid-major to now high major school. Not only the facilities, but the professionality and coaching staff and everything. But yeah, still getting used to it. Season is close to starting, so I can't wait for it.
Sounds great. You played also for national team this summer, even though it wasn't the A team, it was more of like the next talent team. How was that experience for you this summer?
It was a great experience playing with the older guys. I was one of the youngest guys over there. Just being around the national team guys, learning a thing or two. I didn't get a chance to play in the games because I had a wrist injury and I had to get a surgery. But few practice that I got in and few conversations that I had with the guys were really important, and I think it was a great experience.
So that's next step is, or the path to the next step is there, so you know what you have to do. That's really great. We need to address this issue before we move on to the next questions. But the interview with Rihards is not promotion of NIL International. There's no commercial gain for Rihards to participate in it. And potential deals and companies mentioned in this interview are case study for NIL International to share the potential experience of international student athletes who wants to sign up for an apparel deal. So we strongly encourage everyone to get in touch with your compliance office first. However, we hope this information will help you to make the right steps to understand what you should do if you want to participate in such an NIL deal, and which has been generally recognized as passive income and doesn't jeopardize your F1 student visa status. Rihards, maybe you could give us a bit of how to say step by step. You did get an approval from Quinnipiac University to participate in an NIL deal last season with the apparel company. So company ceased to exist. So you can freely talk about the experience of how did you get that approval from university?
I had to go to the compliance office and tell them I have a request for an NIL deal, which I obviously know I can't promote as an international student. I can't post it on Instagram or whatever. However, there's no issues with signing no NIL deals, whatever that might be, apparel, whatever. The only thing is I can't post or do whatever promotions while I'm in the United States, but as long as I'm outside United States, even if it's Canada, I can do whatever I want. I can post it on Instagram. All I have to do is just post the location where I'm at, and then that's all it is. It's nothing really difficult. I think every international student should take this opportunity, and yeah.
Did they ask to provide a contract, or did they ask tons of questions, or was it as easy as you just saying that you explained that I know what I can, what I can't, and this is the contract, please approve it?
They only have to see a contract of you signing it, and they have to sign it as well. Of course, you have to be the one to go over the contract to make sure everything is right. They only sign the contract and make sure everything is good, and they just put the contract in. We had the app called Open Doors, so they just verified that the contract is real with a real company, and they didn't even go over it. I was the one going over the contract. I just had to sign it, and I gave it to them. They signed it and put it in Open Doors, which made it as a legal document, I'll say. But yeah, it was.
Sounds pretty easy to me, but thanks for sharing that. How much and what information you were provided about NIL with as international student athlete? Because you have this experience with the Pac-12 school now. You were with Metro Atlantic School before. what are the differences in information you get provided with, and in general, are you kind of treated especially as you are an international student athlete?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say there's a big difference between like NIL from a mid-major school to a high major school, just because they did a good job at my old school of providing me with information of what I can do or not. It's really easy. The only thing you can't do is just promote, as I said before. Like everything else, you're just a regular student. You can try to find deals as much as you like. The only thing you can do is post. As long as you're in your home country or out of the United States, you can post whatever you want, whatever deals you close. The only reason not to do anything might seem that, oh, I can't post, I'm gonna get in trouble if I sign this deal or not. It's really easy. There's no hard steps or way to take the deals, because you can email the companies that you're interested in them, let them know you're international. That you can't promote them at the moment, but whenever we'll get a chance, you will do it. So it's no really hard steps for it to be done, I guess. But yeah, I guess the main thing for student athletes, international ones, that they get afraid of like getting in trouble for something they don't know how to do, or I don't know, but there's not hard steps to this. So yeah.
Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. And you recently mentioned that you're interested in signing up with some apparel companies to sell the merchandise with your name, image, and likeness. I'll share my screen, and if you could maybe help us and lead us through the steps, what you might take or you could take. And these companies are just a case study and are used as an example. And I will use my alma mater, University of Illinois, and my name as potential, deal for me. Even though I played basketball, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to get any offer from University of Illinois though. Second, so can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. So let's start with athlete's thread. So if I want to sign up, then I click on a athlete sign up, and then still sign up again. So yeah, I already did some homework. So that's my name, that's my surname, University of Illinois, played basketball, jersey number 1. And this is a really great question. And they're asking, are you an international student athlete on an F1 visa? There's more than one visa option. You can come to United States as international student athlete also on other visas. But if you F1, you can still create a merch collection, but we can't market. They can market you, but you cannot actively market yourself, as you said. So if I click on yes, I move forward. I will go with the NIL International as my nickname, Instagram handle, Twitter handle. Nice. This is some images you would like to use. Would you drag any image of you, Rihards, if you would make this kind of?
I know a couple of my teammates created this. They didn't as well. They didn't do it. Basically they create a jersey with your number. So I don't know if they sell like a pictured image with your t-shirt or whatever. I didn't try this. They might, I don't know. I haven't looked that deep into it, but personally I didn't. I believe if person or whoever is creating their account, they can do it. But I'm not sure what exactly they're doing with the image. But yeah, I mean, it's a personal opinion, I guess.
Yeah, most definitely. I found you have some nice pictures from the national team camp. There was some good ones with you. But yeah, they're asking for my t-shirt size. And again, would you like for our marketing team to create a custom Instagram collaboration post for you once your collection is live? Would you click on yes or no on this one?
Personally, I clicked no, but I let my NIL people know that once I'm in Latvia, once I'm in states, I mean not in states. Once I'm in Latvia or out of states,
Yeah.
I'm able to collab with them, post it on Instagram. I made sure my NIL agent, if that's cool, when I post them and I come back to the United States, if I'm able to still keep the Instagram post up. And he said, as long as it says the location of where I posted, and at that time I'm in Europe or whatever I'm at, that it's completely fine if I come back and it's still on my Instagram feed. So as long as I post it, if I'm out of the country or provide them the location of it, then it's completely fine.
Exactly. I love that you know the law so well already, because that's exactly what I would say if you would mention it. So that's spot on, spot on. If they want to tag you, what I understand, if there's no collaboration on the post or you're not posting it, they can tag you if they want to. But
Yeah,
as a
sure.
collaboration, that's a no-go, because that can be considered as promotion. So great answer. What are you what's your major or what's your minor as an education? Isn't it a lawyer, something with a law as well?
Sports management.
Sports management. That's great. So no one referred to me, and contact info. Good. So I enter my mail, and I would assume that I'm getting a mail with a contract. Would
Yep.
what's give me a second, I'll stop sharing my screen and let you talk. What would be in your opinion the next steps you as an international student athlete could do getting that email?
You just confirm. You just get the confirmation email. They're gonna provide you a document with the link. Just click on it. I would say it's like 5 to 6 pages of documents that you read through. They explain how much money do you get per each purchase, or how much money you get per sold item. So I don't know. It was like it's different percent for different schools. So like mine vary from 15 to 28%. So it like depends on what I sell. If I sell a jersey, obviously I'm gonna get more because it costs more money. But yeah, you just read through it. It's gonna ask you for your full name, for the signature of the date, and under that it's the compliance people that have signed already, and then you just confirm the document. It's gonna go right through them. They're just gonna confirm that all of it, that you looked through it, did all the questions that they asked, and they're just going to create your page or account, and then everybody's able to access your merch.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Thank you for sharing what could possibly happen. So we are recording this 7th of October. So just for the compliance reasons, this is no promotion, because yeah, apparel with your name is not available on any of those websites you might see on this interview. But you also mentioned how different the approach for Washinton State University NIL people was. So could you lead us through how did they handle this, opportunities of NIL, that they reached out to you, as if I understood it right?
Yeah. So when I was here during the summer workouts in summer, um, they did a great job of sending me emails about the NIL opportunities. I'll share one. So like, we're a Nike school, so they had an NIL deal with the Nike, and I went to the people and I said, there's an NIL deal that you sent me, but I'm international, so I can't promote it. And it's like 15% off with your code if you like sign up and do all the steps, so you can post it on your Instagram. And he told me, as long as you do it, and tell the company you're international student, you can't currently post or collaborate with anything. And as long as they agree with you posting after the school year is done, you're back home, it's fine. Like, and they kept sending me NIL deals and NIL opportunities with different, I don't know, companies. It was, as I mentioned, Nike. Then it was something else with like whatever you like. I don't know, music. You like to read, a book company. They provide you with everything. And any questions I have, I just go to them or send them an email, and they will get back to me right away. The same with the influencer and all the athletic treads. Like, they gave me 4 links to choose from. Fanatics was also on the list. I might do that too. I just finished the 2 of them, the influence and athletic treads. So they are really helpful with that, and every single question I have, they're answering it. Or yeah, so they're really helpful with that.
Sounds amazing, and I really, really, really like to hear that, because as I mentioned to you, Rihards, that we've been talking to a lot of international student athletes while trying to promote their apparel lines from Europe. and not a lot of student athletes actually knew what they can, what they cannot. And I never heard anyone, being so well treated as you are right now with the opportunities that they're coming to you. And that's really sounds fantastic. And I wish that every international student athlete could get an NIL. I don't know, is it the department or NIL people like you have? So I wanted to ask you about this. You touched on the NIL deals when you back home. So have you considered yourself also to reach out to maybe local companies in Latvia or Nike Latvia, or I don't know, maybe you have some thoughts about that too as well?
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely the main thing that I wanted to focus on next summer because this summer I signed with them. I had the injury that I had to take care of, so I didn't have as much time, and I was new to the NIL world. But now that I have an agent, he explained everything to me. But yeah, most definitely, like I want to see the companies that are out there that want to share opportunity with me. Ask my NIL agent what he thinks, of course. But yeah, as long as I'm home, as long as company want to work with me, I'm pretty much open to anything. The more opportunities I have, the better. Get my name out there. So yeah, that next summer is definitely a part of mine to look into it, try to find more deals, try to find who want to work with me, create the name, image, and likeness for myself, and yeah, that's the goal.
Do you have any top three brands you want to work with? If we imagine like you can work with anyone, like what would be your top three picks?
Of course, Nike Latvia will be the first one. That would be a great one to collaborate with. I think my school's Nike too, so it wouldn't be as bad. And probably two food spots. I wouldn't mind getting free food in Latvia. That would be a great opportunity for me. So yeah, I don't know which ones yet, but yeah, I've definitely looked into it. Nike and two food spots is top three right now.
Sounds great. As a Latvian, I can't imagine which food spots you could choose, but that's upon next summer.
Yeah.
You mentioned NIL agent, and that's also lately with the UNLV quarterback and all the red shirting. That's a huge buzz around it. Could you tell us a bit more? You have a NIL agent. How did you choose one? What criteria did you use to make the decision, or how did you come up with the idea in the first place to have an NIL agent?
Um, I signed with an agent first, Arthur Skalnīs. He's a great basketball agent, and he introduced me to my NIL agent. He did a great job of explaining to me what are the rules. Like everything I'm saying right now comes from him. Like he did a great job of introducing me to the NIL. He knows what I can and cannot do, and it was just an easy decision to make. He seemed like he knows everything in this aspects of NIL and what it takes for me to get more deals. And yeah, I mean, he was just great explaining and giving me reasons of what I can do. Like the questions that I answered about the me going back, I don't know, back to Europe and making a collaboration. That was a question I asked for him. So that's why I'm able to give y'all answers. So he knows everything. So it wasn't really a hard decision for me to pick him.
So it came through your basketball agent
Yes.
from Europe, and basically he hooked you up, or he connected you to the guy who knows inside out what's up and down. That's really great, really great consolation, and I wish more and more people would get that kind of access to knowledgeable people, because seeing that on my Twitter feed about a quarterback not having an a contract and then expecting someone to pay him money on a promise, that sounds crazy to me,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
uh yeah. Do you have any opinion about, or any thoughts of that whole situation about that quarterback?
I don't know all of in details. I just know they promised them a certain amount of money, but there was never a contract created. So I don't know if it's done for his side to not sign a contract or make any deal with the school. But I mean, I don't know. I don't have a clear opinion on either sides. I think it's dumb from him to not sign a contract, but also it's untrustworthy from the school for your players. That just shows you're not trusting program. It's not only with his decision to come to the school. Like they promise them something. Not a lot of people can have a lot of money at that young of an age. So like if you promise something, I think it's a good word to keep it. But I mean, everybody view it differently. So I don't want to pull tails from any sides.
That's really great answer because if we look from the sports management or legal perspective, if you don't have a contract, it's really hard to get anything out of it. But as you said, from the player's perspective and in general from the reputation of university, they start with 3-0 and it's your main like quarterback is kind of main
Yeah.
player or main position in the team, and if you don't even fight to keep the guy and keep your reputation intact, then that tells something about a program and university, as you just mentioned. Uh, I just also wanted to ask you about a brand creation because as you touched that, NIL deals also is part of the brand creation. How much
Mhm.
information are you getting from university about brand creation, and what tools or what golden nuggets you're taking out of it, and what are you using in your daily life?
I mean, as I mentioned before, like I just can't promote anything, but like all like my own, trying to create my own brand, trying to create my own name. Um, yeah, they just help me with everything. Like if I want to start my own brand or try to do something myself, I can do it as long as everything matches their applications or whatever. Every question I have, I just go to them. So if I want to start something, if there is something I really like or enjoying or want to create in the way of like NIL, there's I just go to them and ask you questions, see if that's cool. So yeah, everything part of that is great. Like they just provide me with everything. So yeah.
That's great. That's great to see, and I can see you're quite more active on Instagram lately as well as I follow you. So last season you were more, how to say, once in a while posting something. Now the stories are something what you are doing consistently. Is that some kind of also influence
Yeah.
of
Well, it's
content
funny because my
creation?
dad talked about like how I've been doing with like the influence and stuff. Like because like last year we had a photographer, but like right here at this school, like we have a photographer at every of our practices, and we get the pictures like right after it. So it's more easy to keep it more consistent, to post a picture here and there, and just let the fans know I'm still here. I'm still on Instagram, trying to provide for y'all. But it'll be much easier if I had a chance to post a dealer here, show them that being part of something. But I mean, it's all right. Like I think just staying active, letting them know everything is all right, and then when I get a chance to finally post a collaboration when I'm back in Europe, then it's gonna be great. But right now, yeah, definitely trying to keep it active on Instagram as much as I can.
That's great. We can see the results. We can see activity, Rihards. I
Uh,
wanted to also ask you about, what is the best international student athlete story you have seen, where internationals are getting, the most out of it, taking advantage, getting the benefit of NIL from your experience, maybe your teammates or what you have heard.
well, I have a story about Zach Eady. I know he was a Canada, so he wasn't able to post or do anything with the NIL, but it's pretty obvious that the school provided him really well with the outside now that he can do when he goes back home. So like, as long as you're just performing well, showing that you can hoop, putting your name out there, I think everyone's story is different, of course, but like as long as you perform and just be out there, be positive, interact with people, I think everybody has an opportunity to create their own story. That's what I'm trying to do for myself, like coming from mid major to a high major. Definitely talking to more people, trying to get more experience. So trying to create my own story. But every international has their own story. They're trying to play as much as best as they can to go to NBA where they can get paid the big money. But yeah, I would say Zach Eady is a great good example. Osborne, who just signed with University of Washington, signed for a lot of money. So It just is. I think it's the way you perform. So as long as you perform, you're gonna get your own story created.
Makes sense. And I would say if Latvia would be next to United States instead of, thousands
Yeah,
of miles
sure.
away, it would also be
That's really good for me.
that would help. That would help. Yeah, I wanted to ask, you actually already kind of answered my next question about the best suggestion for the international student athletes. So you're saying focus on the main thing and keep the main thing to be the main thing, which is perform on the court, stay positive, tell your story. Is there anything else you want to add on what you just said about,
Yeah, I mean,
as a suggestions?
the good thing about that is like you don't have to focus on the deals or whatever's going to come your way during the season. You can have the deals lined up, and after the season when you have the most time, you can go through them, have a look at them, what you want to do or not. Or like if you're the top player in the country, obviously the big programs gonna come after you. They're gonna hunt you down with the deals and stuff. So like I think it's a great for international students just to focus on basketball, do what you can do, control what you can control. And after the season, you can have a look at what you earn, what can you do when you go back home. So yeah, as long as you stay interacted and just keep doing what you're doing, I think it's in your own hands.
Indeed, indeed. I also wanted to ask you about, in general, would place like Discord, because we are creating a website and our idea is that of course we always suggest to talk to compliance. If you have an NIL agent as you do have, then that would be the place for advice. However, knowing that the community, and sometimes we have heard that people or international student athletes, they feel left alone, they feel kind of alone out of the whole NIL space. So do you think that the Discord or the place where you can share your experiences and communicate with other international student athletes and their experiences would be beneficial to have and share those stories with each other?
Of course, I think that would be great. Not only that, just to share the stories, but also just to share the deals that they have. Maybe there's a company that's looking for another student athlete from, I don't know, the same country or whatever the case might be. But like just communicating, letting other people know, I just signed this deal. They're looking for another athlete. Somebody try to collaborate with me when I go back home. Just simple things like that. You can help out or whatever. But yeah, I think that would be definitely helpful.
Thank you for encouragement. We most definitely try to do that and make it happen, because community is something what you have to have around, especially when you don't have a support system, maybe as you do right now. The last question I have before I let you go, I wanted to ask you, about how you think, or what is your opinion, how international student athletes could raise the awareness of the unfair situation that they're kind of left out of the NIL. Do you have any ideas, or what would?
Um, I mean, as do as much as you can do, as I said, like there's rules that we can break and there's something we can do. But just be yeah, as I said, interacted. As long as the rules stay the same, there's nothing really we can do or make a change. But as long as it's for, or maybe this the last year where it's and they're gonna change it. But just do as much as you can. Try to ask a question if there's compliance people, NCAA compliance people around you, to encourage them to make a change for international students to get a chance finally to close deals when they're in the United States. So yeah, I mean, as much as opportunities you get to share your opinion on what you think is right, then I think you should use them. But as I said, the rules are the rules. We can't really break them. So as long as they are here, can't really do anything. But when they're gonna change, then I hope international students will get a chance to make more than United States players.
I wish we heard. With that said, we actually have found that there is a petition for name, image, and likeness rights for international student athletes. We are also gonna try to promote it. That not only athletes can sign it. Literally, your fans in United States, your fans back in Latvia, or anywhere pretty much where you have fans can sign that petition. so so the government actually, you know, makes some changes in the laws. But thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate that. Good luck with the recovery. Good luck with the preparation for the season, and yeah, good season as well for you, Rihards. And I'm waiting for all of the deals to share, you know, when you're in Latvia. So you have a fan for sure.
All right, thank you so much.